What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, reshooting this video. I done goofed, guys. I read the effect right. I just totally didn't. I totally didn't comprehend the fact that only half of the Cosmo monsters are actually psychic. I'm like, I totally goofed. I forgot that half of them are machines. Obviously, all of the spaceships are machines, and then all of the actual monsters that pilot the spaceships. I don't know if Strawman pilots anything, but they're all psychic. So we need to redo this video so we can get this right, so I'm not misleading you guys or just like feeding you guys misinformation. All right, once again, this is Kozmosword. We knew that this card was going to be a thing because like it got leaked about a month ago. Like somebody had their hands on these cards over a month ago, and they weren't in English, but it didn't really matter. We knew of this card's existence. It's an equipped spell card that says equipped only to a psychic type Cosmo monster. Here's the important part that I did not actually remember when I was talking about this card. That means that as of right now, you've got what? Farm Girl, Good Witch, Strawman soon, and Wicked Witch. So you've got 4 targets, and Cosmos will probably get about one more set of support because honestly they're already good enough, so they'll probably get 2 more psychics and 2 more ships. This monster that you equipped it to gains 500 attack and defense. It can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. Also, if it attacks a defense position monster, you can inflict piercing damage to that, so that's pretty good. It says if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can pay, I believe it's 800. I could be like, you really have to squint your eyes to see it, but I believe it's 800 life points. Add this card to your hand. You can only use this card's effect once per turn. So okay, that does change the playability of this card a lot. It obviously, because what would have been busted is if it would have equipped it to any Cosmo. I was like, man, so you could just summon Strawman. You can get out a Dark Destroyer or a Forerunner. You can equip this to it, and then that monster can attack twice. Like, that's really OP because those dudes are like 3,000, you know, once 28, once 3,000. That's a ton of damage, but that does really significantly change the playability of this card. I'm thinking, I mean, you're really never going to use this on a Strawman because he's like way too weak to really do anything. You're probably going to want to use this on Farm Girl. I don't know if you'd really need to use it on Good Witch, because most of the time when Good Witch attacks, it's a face down monster, so you're already going to kill it anyways. And Good Witch doesn't really trigger anything when she kills anything by battle. Like, I mean, I guess you could to just do more damage, but it seems kind of unnecessary. Like, the main cards that I would want to use this on would be Good Witch and Wicked Witch, because Wicked Witch is a really good beat stick, and she doesn't have inherent ways of getting over monsters. So I feel like she's a good target, and obviously Farm Girl, because you can use this, you can get over a monster that might be like 2,000 attack or 1,900, something that Good Witch can sometimes struggle to get over monsters that are a little stronger than her. That's the one problem with the card, is a lot of times when you use her effect, you need to get a direct attack in. That's why people run double Dark Hole and Regeki in the deck, so that they can make sure that you use so that you can get Farm Girl's effect off as much as possible. Although you can't use, it's not like you can equip during the battle phase, so you gotta, you know, don't expect to use this on like a teleport play or anything like that. But overall, I mean, I think that this does hurt the viability of the card. I don't think this card's honestly even necessary. Like, maybe as a one-of, the fact that you can pay 800 life points and get it back to your hand is that's a really good tool. It means that you can just constantly juggle this card over and over and over again, and that your Farm Girls and your Wicked Witches become legitimate threats, especially Wicked Witch, because they can attack twice, they can do piercing damage. It has to be attacks on monsters, though. That's another thing. You can't go... Let's say your opponent has, I'm trying to think of a monster, a breaker or something like that. You can't attack over the breaker and then attack your opponent directly. It has to be 2 direct attacks on, well, it has to be 2 monster attacks. So the card is, it's okay. I don't think it's necessary. I think if you're going to run it at all, you're going to run 1. But I've pretty much like implemented a lot of the new Cosmo cards. The deck is like super tight for space now. It's pretty much nothing outside of like Cosmos and a whole bunch of staple support cards are even being played in the deck now. Things like, you know, Sacred 7-star swords, even limiter removal. People are arguing that that doesn't need to be in the deck anymore. So it's pretty much all psychic support, like, you know, a teleport and whatnot. So I don't know if you're gonna necessarily have room for this card, but I mean, if you do, it's probably nothing more than a what if. So this is not the greatest card in the world. I thought it was broken at first. I was like, oh my god, Konami, just stop it. All these cards are broken. So this is the first, I guess I'll say, somewhat of a miss from Konami, but you know what, that's fine. Every card that this archetype gets doesn't need to be broken. You know, like, I know that they want to make this one of the best decks in the game, and in my opinion, they've already accomplished with Strawman and Dart Destroyer and all the good cards that Cosmos are going to get, Wicked Witch as well. So let me know what you guys think. I apologize, guys. I got to make sure I read these cards more than once. Thank you guys for watching as always.